Oh, you called me twice. I haven't heard the phone. That's why.
Hello, North America, and welcome to another What's Bothering You segment featuring Frank Cavallaro, our VIP guest. Hi, Frank. How are you?
Hey, Don, how's it going?
I'm lazy today. It's change of weather, change of time. What's bothering me is that they should not change our time. Just leave it be. I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to do, but anyways.
Yeah, I know. Clocks went back an hour last night,
It
so you get
screwed
an
me all
extra
up.
hour of
I
sleep.
didn't know about it until my wife told me this morning. So here I am, and it kind of gets you lazy. Excuse me. So, Frank, as you know, I've been trying to get you back on because I believe, as you would say, that you're going to Florida, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, about 10 days.
Yeah. And you promised us that you'd make an effort at least once a month, at least just once a month, just to stay sharp and, talk about pertinent things that, are bothering a lot of people, as be it politics, be it politics. Everything evolves around politics,
Yeah,
I would surmise. And I'm no different, but I try not to let it bother me. But, we're guys like you and I are very opinionated. And, but before we go into politics, I just want your take on the following, Frank. And I know beyond the shadow of any doubt that this is not a figment of my imagination. Ever since the advent of the internet, meaning videos, YouTube, and being able to film oneself and broadcast as easy as one, two, three, as compared to in our days where we people had to pay $800 an hour on mainstream media if you wanted to be heard across their antennae, whatever. But Frank, where does it stop? There's so much garbage out there. I mean, no disrespect. I can appreciate, the younger people wanting to launch themselves into a video podcasting. Fair enough. But shouldn't they have a certain protocol for professionalism, in your opinion? I'm asking you because indeed you've got
Don,
40
Don,
solid mainstream TV and radio experience. Fair enough.
yeah, Don, you're right. But today, social media, I've seen TikTok videos where people are standing there and they've got 300,000 followers. I've seen Instagram people that just post pictures that got 1 million followers. Today, it's all about followers, who watches you, who likes you, and that's how people are surviving, making money on social media. So there are certain rules, but most people just go on social media to make money, and that's what's happening. When you've got 500,000 followers or 1 million followers on TikTok or Instagram, that's like your job. That's all you're doing. And some of these,
Yeah, but I'm talking about the small guys that decide that wake up in the morning and say, I deserve to be heard. I deserve to become popular. I deserve to do a video. And that just adds on to the plethora of garbage that's out there.
yeah, there's a lot of garbage out there, but 1 out of 100 that catches on is set for life.
I don't think it's 1 out of 100. I'm sorry.
Well, maybe 1 out of 1,000.
And anyways,
Eh, Listen,
we
I
won't
I
go.
signed I signed up for a TikTok account about 4 months ago. I've yet to do a video. I just signed up for the sake of signing up. And I go on TikTok because there's some interesting videos, especially with pets and stuff and dancing. And I'm amazed at some of the people on TikTok, that just move around. They shoot a 30-second video. They've got 200,000 followers.
And I've been saying that for years. If you get a video where you have a dog porking a cat, it can go viral within seconds. You go figure. And
Yeah,
now,
TikTok does have rules. I mean, there's no I haven't seen any vulgarity or obscene. There's people just dancing different dances, and they get like 300,000 followers. And I don't know, what the minimal amount is, but I think if you have anything over 100,000, you're doing well. Once you start getting 500,000, and there's people out there that got 3-4 million followers, you're making money. They actually come after you and sell advertising because you've got all these followers. They'll give you products and say, look, we'll send you a case of, I don't know, vitamins. If you can post it that you're taking these vitamins and you recommend them because you have 500,000 followers, and they're making money. So today, social media is a good source of revenue if you know how to do it. Then there's that other site there, which is basically for explicit videos and photos, OnlyFans, which, listen, it's done is the guys and girls that used to be on porn sites that had to, actually have sex, now are on this site where they're showing pictures and they film themselves, and they're making more money with followers. So if you want to follow this guy, follow that girl, you pay so much a month. I don't know what it is, 10, 15, 20. And then you get 1,000 people, you're making $20,000 a month.
Well, the old saying that sex sells, but
yeah, it does.
Not all of us at 65 plus are endowed.
I agree, but I mean,
films,
I agree, but think of it. If the site wasn't there, he or she would have to find another way of making money. Now they're he or she,
right. And especially the old porno stars where, their old material, they gotta survive somehow if they didn't put some of that money away, 20, 30 years ago. But anyways, let's shy away from that, Frank. So we all know that you ran for the Conservative Party in Mount Royal riding, and you worked your butt off from what I know, and most people liked you. But the public polls gave wrong readings. People gave you, I believe, some wrong impressions because they say one thing, but then they do another. Does that statement hold any water?
Listen, the big disappointment in the last federal election was how many people did not vote. Almost half of the population in my riding of TMR, of Mount Royal, I should say, which includes Hampstead and Côte St. Luc and Côte-des-Neiges and Snowden, half of the population did not vote. That's like 35,000, 34,000 people did not vote. That's a lot of votes.
Out of those people that you visited, most of them told you one thing, but then didn't deliver on what they had told you. Can you talk about
I don't know, because most of them told me.
Talk about it?
Most of them told me they were not voting for the Liberal Party. And it's very possible that the ones that voted for me are the ones that the votes I got. I got about 10,000 votes, 9,600 votes. It's the 34,000 that didn't vote, maybe a good chunk of them who said they weren't going to vote for Liberals and vote for Conservatives. Maybe they didn't vote. They just said, you know what? I'm not going to go out and vote. There's a pandemic. Why is there even an election? So I'm not saying that out of 34,000, I would have made a difference. Maybe it would have. We'll never know. But when 34,000 out of 72,000 potential votes do not vote, 34,000, that's a lot. Half of the population. So I don't know what to tell you. That was the biggest disappointment, is the turnout. Now, if only 15,000 didn't vote, it could have been closer. Maybe it would have been not as close. But we'll never know. But all I know is almost half of the population of Mount Royal did not show up at the polls, which is disappointing because, I knocked on doors for a month and a half almost. And
yeah.
So, but this is the way it goes. I guess, it's my first experience, and you can't expect, if people don't want to vote, what are you going to do? They don't want to vote.
Frank, what did you like from your short-lived political career, and what did you not like? If I may ask that question.
I enjoyed the whole the overall experience. So many rules. You know, people can donate money to your party. There's a certain way of donating. You can donate an amount before the election is called. Then you could donate another amount during the campaign. There's maximums. Companies cannot donate. It's only
Mhm.
individuals. I learned a lot of rules, like the early voting, the early polls. You can't have signs up at least 200 meters away. I didn't know that. The day of the election, you're allowed to send observers there to make sure everything is okay. So many rules when it comes to voting, but I learned a lot. It was a good learning experience, and I met a lot of people in my riding, the door to door, fantastic people. Even the ones that said they were going to vote for the NDP or Liberals, they were very nice. We had one bad encounter out of a month and a half of knocking on doors where the guy just was he swore at us. He said, "Get off my property." We just rang on the doorbell to see, to see if he was going to vote. And he basically sent us to hell using obscene language. Out of maybe 10,000 people, that was the only case. So, no, I had a great experience. To me, it was a great experience. I learned a lot. Would I do it again? Maybe. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. I mean, I don't think there's going to be an election before 2024, 2025, unless the government screws up again and they're going to call another election. So,
Which could happen. Why don't we get a third opinion? Unbeknownst to you, I've got a yard dog that wants to take a shot at you, if you don't mind. So let's bring him in.
Danny
Hey guys,
Mirando,
how are you?
how's it going?
Not too bad. I missed most of the show though. I was busy, so
Now
I'm coming in fresh.
we're just talking about tit for tat and what's bothering us and very subtle. But now that you came into the picture, because I'm lazy today, so I want you to kind of attack Uncle Frank and see if we can wake him up because he's going away to Florida for about 4 or 5 months.
Isn't that nice, eh?
Yeah, I feel sorry for him. I really do.
A lot of people left to Florida this week.
Yeah, well, tomorrow the border opens tomorrow.
Well, that's by ground, right? But by
Yeah, by
flight,
ground.
a lot of
Yeah,
people.
but
A lot
apparently
of
there's a
people.
long lineup at the border. All the vehicles that are ready to enter.
Yeah, they've been there since yesterday.
Yeah,
That's what I heard. They've been parked there since yesterday and ready to go across, which is ridiculous, anyways. There, I mean, like even if you want to go for a day, you got to come back with a PCR test, which makes no sense.
yeah.
I don't
Well,
understand.
Canada has to change the rules. Otherwise, you know what? The couple or the family that wants to go to Plattsburgh to do some shopping for Thanksgiving or
Yeah,
Black Friday, they're not going to go there because they got to get a PCR test to come back. If they're
that's right.
vaccinated, so I don't know what's going to
And
happen.
what is that, like $200 for the PCR test?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, in the States, it is cheaper.
yeah, I heard that
Here it's,
Walgreens in the States have a test for $40,
yeah.
24 hours, you get the answer and something like that.
Yeah. But in Canada, if you get a PCR, it could be a 150, 175.
That's right, plus tax, and you're getting about $200, which
All
is
right,
ridiculous.
Danny.
Yeah, I mean,
Danny, now that Frank is here, you want to tell us what's really, really bothering you?
what's bothering me
Yeah, not your
about
grandma, not your
the
grandma,
whole thing,
you,
about politics.
about anything that's really bothering you.
Well, I did want to know how your campaign went, though, Frank, in Montreal. Like,
It went well, actually. I was telling Don, it was a great learning experience. Uh, I learned a lot. I met a lot of interesting people. Honestly, to me, it was like taking a course on how to campaign and how to run in an election. I mean, I was disappointed in the Conservative Party. I thought they'd be a little bit more involved in the cities like Toronto, Montreal, and let's say even Ottawa. I think they're more of a suburban party. Like they concentrated more on the Shawinigans and the Trois-Rivières, smaller cities, and they did
right.
well there. But I believe, I'm a firm believer, if they don't start getting votes in Montreal, Toronto, and the big cities, they're not going to win.
It also comes down to publicity too, right? And it comes down to media, and it comes down to everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm just looking right now at the mayoral election.
Oh yeah,
Like,
today.
yeah, when I hear the people talk, it's like they're doomed. They have no choice between Plante and Coderre, and it's like both are losing. I mean, like, do people know that there's other people you could vote on that ballot? There's like
Yeah.
3 other people there on that ballot, but the problem is,
Did you guys vote today, by the way?
yeah, I went and vote.
I went to vote.
Yeah, I went and vote, and I didn't give none of those two the vote. I mean, there is not a losing battle. There's 3 other people. I mean, the media doesn't talk about them. Why? Why is the media not talking about these people?
I knew something was bothering you. Okay, go ahead.
Of course, it's bothering, because when I read comments of certain people on the online, it's like they're doomed. That we're doomed. We only have these 2 candidates. Who do we vote for? The lesser evil. But you have 3 other candidates there. Like, I mean, even if you have to give a vote to the no-name guy, it can't be worse than these 2 people. I mean, take a chance. If you have to take a chance on voting on a bad candidate, I mean, vote for somebody that you don't know. If you have to, like,
Unfortunately, like in federal politics, the municipal politics, it's going to come down to Coderre or Plante. I don't think Balarama has a chance, even though I like.
And there's also Holness there.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's 2 other candidates there, and I mean, like, it's like I said, like, people are saying, "Oh, I'm just going to go vote for Plante or for Coderre," even though they're bad people. I mean, like, we have no choice, but you do have a choice. You do have a choice. Yeah. Whether they have a chance or not, you have a choice to give that person the vote. And obviously, we know it's gonna always end up being Coderre or Plante. But I mean, meanwhile, people need to start waking up that there's not only the people that the media pushes, and this is what's happening. The people are only looking at what the media is pushing, Plante and Coderre.
Yeah, but Danny, the bottom line is too, when you go vote, you vote whoever you want. Like I voted I voted in Laval, and the mayor that was there, the mayor is no longer there, so there's going to be a new mayor, new councilors, and I know a couple of guys running. Archie Safeli's running in the Duvernay area, the Vimo area, and I hope he wins because he's a good guy, and I know he means good for Laval. So the bottom line, the media, you're right. The media will put on Plante and Coderre and Balarama. They had a debate. I think Balarama did well. The bottom line is, are people going to vote for him? It's like federal politics. It always comes down to
that's the thing, right? Well, how many times did people hear about Balarama?
Not too many times.
Exactly. Like, if it wasn't for that debate, that you would have never known this guy was running. And the same thing with Holness, who wasn't even at the debate. I mean, you can't hear anything of what's going on.
I have a question, part A and part B. Frank, do you have a sore neck that you keep turning?
No, the TV is on and the colors change.
You shouldn't be doing, as a veteran broadcaster, that's impolite to turn.
No, I know, but I'm just
your
checking.
Fucking neck.
I'm checking the score.
He's frozen now. He froze for a second.
Hang on a second. I know what I got to do. Keep talking. Keep talking.
Yeah. So that's what bothers me, is like when I hear people say, "I'm going to give my vote to Coderre or Plante, even though I don't like them. We have no choice. We have to give it to one of them." I mean, no, you do have a choice. I mean, just look what's on the ballot. Look what's on the ballot. You don't like one, you don't like the other. Give it to the person that's below. I mean,
you know what?
Yeah, you're right, Danny. You're right. But maybe he'll get more votes. We don't know. We won't know till tonight.
That's for sure. We won't know until tonight. But the problem is, we know that's what's going to happen. It's going to either Coderre or Plante, because that's the only 2 people that people actually hear.
Nice mask there, Don. Nice mask.
Bobby, I figured I'm so freaking ugly that you didn't want to look at the camera.
Or you tried to trigger us.
No, I'm just saying. All kidding aside, I mean, there's still a lot of things, since uncertainties happening with this whole elections, vaccine. It's all tied in. There's all kinds of rumors popping up. Rumors.
Of course it is. Like even the vaccine mandates is like ridiculous. I backed off twice now, the guy. I mean, like, I don't understand why he's not resigning. I mean, the guy should resign.
Oh, I know.
Zabay should resign. He gambled on mandating these health workers to get vaccinated.
And now they backed off.
And he backed off. Then he puts another date and backs off again. I mean, like, what are you waiting for to resign? Your credibility's gone.
Yeah,
You-
Danny, but I think he realized that if he was going to suspend all these workers, there'd be no more doctors and nurses in hospitals.
Oh, he didn't know that.
Yeah, you're right. He
He
knew
didn't
that.
know that. He didn't know that the people that didn't get vaccinated are not going to get vaccinated. He knew that.
No, you're right. You're right.
So, I mean, you should resign. You gambled, and you gambled with people's lives because you gambled on people stressing out for losing their jobs.
You're right.
People that did leave the industry and went to work somewhere else now. So we already lost some nurses because
Yeah,
of
so
it.
what is he saying? What is he saying? Is he saying anything?
Yeah, he backed off. Now on the 15th, he backed
Why?
off. They don't have.
The
They're not
the
obliged to
media
get.
should-
They're not obliged to get vaccinated, but they need to do 3 PCR tests, which was
Wow.
already the way it was before. They needed to do 3 PCR tests before. So I don't understand why he went just to go back to where he was. They were already taking 3 PCR tests a week.
Wow. Well, listen, somebody should ask him. You know, if I was in the media,
They
at the-
won't. They
at the
won't.
press
You know what I
conference, I
also
would ask him.
hate about that guy is like the way he talks, and even Legault. They say, I don't understand how these people, they're in the front line since the beginning, what they've seen and all this, and they don't want to take this test.
You
But
got to remember too, Danny. Less than a year, there's a provincial election. Right?
I understand that too. But now he wants a question answered. Why do these people don't want to get tested? Why aren't they bringing these people in front of the cameras and ask them the question? Why don't you want to get tested? Why don't you want to get vaccinated? It's not hard. I mean, he keeps on bringing up this question that he can't understand why they don't want to do it. But meanwhile, he won't bring them in front of the cameras to ask them why. Why is it that these nurses, these doctors are refusing this vaccine? There's got to be a reason behind it. I mean, what they've seen, like he said, right? What they've seen from the beginning until now, they can't believe that they're refusing to take the vaccine. There must be something. Is it maybe the adverse reactions that they're seeing frontline, right? Like,
Yeah.
could it be that they've seen what the vaccine is doing to people and they're refusing to take it?
That's a good point. You
I
know,
have,
maybe.
talking about masks and all that stuff. Do you have to? Are you obliged to wear a mask if you go in one of these happy ending parlors?
In these ways, I don't know.
I don't know, Don.
Probably not.
I don't know either. So that makes 3. He still has that sore neck.
But probably not, right? I mean, like, there's many places you could go where you don't need to wear it. It depends where you go. It depends
No,
how
I
the
mean-
person that owns whatever they own is
I
caught
mean,
up. into
I
it.
don't know. I don't know how it works. I think the client wears his mask, you know, while receiving the services, right?
I don't know.
But the one
I
giving
don't
the
know.
services,
Don, why
does
don't you
she
go
wear
and
a
let us
mask,
know?
or how does it work?
Don, why don't you go? Don, why don't you go and let us know?
Yeah, let us know.
Do you have the money to pay? Because I'm allergic to paying for that kind of stuff.
But we won't know. But I don't know. I don't know how exactly it works everywhere, and whoever it is. Probably in the
You know,
probably in the public settings, places, yes. Private, probably not. I don't know.
anyways, I wanted to grab Frank's attention. That's why I deviated from a serious subject matter and I threw that in. Frank,
Yeah.
what's bothering you? Tell us, because you look like very, I don't know, not the word sad, but you look like you don't look your typical self. Is there something? What's bothering you?
Not much, really. I'm just a little stressed out that I have to pack and leave and drive to Florida. You know, it's a long
That's
drive.
fun. That's
I
fun.
wish that was the stress that I had.
Don, it's not fun. I've done it a few times. Trust me. If you do it with the car, especially in winter, you know, November, I'm leaving in the 17th, 16th. There could
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. And once you're there, you're gonna laugh.
Well, I've done it already. My concern is the weather because you're driving through. I got my summer tires on. I'm not putting winter tires to drive in Florida for 4.5 months. So I listen. I've done it. You got to be careful. It's dangerous.
Well,
It
yeah.
really is.
Definitely.
To
Definitely.
drive there.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's dangerous to drive anywhere.
Yeah, but Danny, you're driving 30 hours. If you remember, until you hit South Carolina, it could be snow, rain, ice. Especially
Yeah.
November.
Yeah,
Ideally, you got to leave end of October, but I couldn't leave end of October. I mean, you know, you can only spend 6 months there at the max. So my concern is that. Plus, I'm packing, I'm moving, so I got a few responsibilities to go. it's tiring every year to pack up. My car will be full because I'm going for 4.5 months. I'm not going for 2 weeks where you just need a suitcase. I got to bring enough clothes there. I got to bring my laptop, my radio station equipment because I'm doing a radio show, a music radio show on
I
Saturday.
tried to listen to that channel this weekend. It wasn't working.
Where would on? It's on the internet.
Oh, it's on the internet. Okay, not on the radio.
Yeah, it's on the radio too, but the signals in Montreal is not strong enough. So you have to go on the internet and you'll pick it up clearly like it's a Montreal station. So I got to bring the equipment down.
88.9 doesn't work on the radio.
No, it's too far away. It's in Sherbrooke. The station is in Sherbrooke where I used to work, and they, on Saturdays they have all the former announcers do a show there, and but online it's clear. I mean, I have a Bluetooth speaker. Yesterday I was listening to it. I just say play CJMQ 88.9, and you hear it like it's here. So. So it's the interesting part is I got to bring all that equipment down. I got my clothes, I got stuff, plus I'm moving. So once I'm down in Florida and settled in, I'll be more relaxed and more.
Yeah, a week later, you'll unwind. But Frank, you touched a very curious subject matter about, the kind of job that you did for 40 years. Okay. And, why is it worldwide? I've noticed, and some countries are worse than others. They hire, let me call it as it is, these bimbos, okay, that have protruding body parts to give the news. I mean, any intelligent man that doesn't know with his bottom tool would tell you, I want the news from a professional. I don't care how the professional looks. I want to hear what comes out of his mouth in order for me to figure out how I'm going to dress this week, tomorrow, etc.
They're actors.
If I want to see a bimbo with big boobs and a naked bottom, well, there's so many sites, talking about other sites where I can go and look at that specifically. I think it's an insult.
Yeah.
It's an insult to the professionalism of audiovisual vis-a-vis the TV world.
Don, you're right, but you know what? Unfortunately, today, not all the time, but most of the times they hire based on other criteria, not on talent.
No,
so
they're actors.
Yeah, and it's been like this for a few years. This isn't 2021. It's been like this for I would say 6, 7, 8 years. So you're absolutely right.
There's no more journalism. Forget it. There's no more journalism. Today it's all opinionators. People giving their opinions, and they go off based off of their opinions. Whatever the headline is, they're going to give their opinion and not the fact or the news or what it's supposed to be. It's going to be an opinion, and you see it on all the channels. They're all opinion makers.
The most insulting is that in some of these countries, thank God Canada is not there yet.
Oh, we're there. Have you listened to 98.5 lately? Have you listened to 98.5? Those people are supposed to be journalists. What's his? I forgot his name. Drainville and Lacroix, and these people calling people names all day long, and des covidios, and c'est des imbéciles, des édentés, and this is the news. These are people giving us the news.
I like them already. Can I get a job there?
Like, this is what people that don't have the opinions that they have are talked as. They're des édentés, des covidios, du monde imbécile, du monde point street, c'est ça que c'est, puis that's what you hear on 98.5. All day long, that's what they do.
Allow me to chime in. I want to give Frank a curveball, and he'll probably beat me up for this, but he won't answer. Frank is too smart. Frank, are you permitted to talk about your personal life, your life, or not?
Sure.
Do you mind if I delve into that forum?
Sure.
What's your, there's all kinds of rumors going on. What's your
rumors?
What's your
I haven't won the
marital
lottery.
No. What's your marital status? Who's making all that noise? Is it on your side, Danny?
Probably.
Yeah.
Some noise.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
What was that? That was a.
It's a cat. You have a cat?
Yeah,
Oh, you have a cat
and a dog.
and a dog.
Yeah,
What do you say about cats and dogs, eh?
yeah. Well, they get along, so it's not bad.
I was about to make a racist joke, but my
Yeah,
better
let's try not to go into racist parts.
my better senses told me, Don, shut the f up. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty proud of myself. You know, this old dog learns new tricks. So, Frank, what's your marital status right now? If I'm
I'm separated.
Okay, how long have you been separated?
3 years, 3.5 years.
3.5 years. Are you? Do you plan on getting a divorce or somebody, or
Mm-hmm.
it's in the works?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I know. Well, now that you're separated, I know for a fact because I've known you long enough, you're not a womanizer as per se. And what's a handsome young man like you waiting
Don.
to?
The pandemic has changed everything.
Okay. All
I
right.
mean, before you'd say, would you like to go grab a coffee or dinner or go catch a movie? Now, I mean, November 1st, Danny, is when things sort of got back to normal?
Yeah.
No, there's no normal. Oh,
There's no
unless you're
normal?
vaccinated.
Oh,
Unless
yeah,
you're
that's right.
vaccinated.
That's another thing.
Yeah,
You
unless you're
know,
vaccinated.
You meet people that are not vaccinated, you go to a restaurant, they can't get in. And
You
before the vaccination, it was like, are you kidding me? We can go for a coffee. I'll stay in my car, you stay in your car, and we'll park 6 feet apart and talk. So this pandemic, you know what?
Wow.
This pandemic has changed everything. It really has. And the other night I drove by, I was seeing some of the restaurants. Even though they're doing a lot better, they still have issues. People, that some people don't want to wear masks. Some are not vaccinated. I don't think Danny, I don't think it'll ever get back to normal.
No, it won't. It's the only time it's going to get back to normal is when everybody gets fed up and they rise up and they say it's enough. Now it's enough and it's over and that's it. Or else it will never happen. It'll never, ever, ever go back to normal. People are going to be scared of each other. I mean, what I've been seeing lately there is all these families are breaking up. Couples are breaking up. Friends don't talk to each other anymore. I mean, people are sending out invitations and saying, "Oh, this person is not coming. He's not vaccinated." And "Oh, my son, no, you can't come over to my house because my grandmother's here and you're not vaccinated, so you're not coming." And that's where it's gone. I mean, they've managed. The government has managed to create the biggest division in history. I don't think there's ever been a division this big and touching so many demographics. It's ridiculous. It's no more black and white. It's no more immigrants and not immigrants. Now it's mothers and fathers, sons and mothers, grandmothers and friends and colleagues at work and people jumping out of your way and you're a bad person and not getting vaccinated and you're selfish because you don't wear your mask and when it comes down to the bottom line of it is whether you're vaccinated or you're not vaccinated, you can catch, you can spread, you can do all of the above. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. Now they say, "Oh, you're vaccinated, you have less of a chance." Who says that? It's only 9 months people have been vaccinated. 9 months since December of last year that people got vaccinated. How do they know that if you catch the COVID, you have less chances of having symptoms? I mean, they're there. There's people with double vax that are in the hospital right now. Less vaccinated, okay, maybe, but they're still there.
One of the first of all, I want to make 2 points. I've been married to the same woman for 40 years as of last month, but I'm not bragging. I mean, there's ups and downs, but one thing that's different ever since the COVID started, she had a plexiglass made to separate us in bed. She's so afraid of this COVID, So
but you laughed, Don. But a while back, if you remember, in British Columbia, they had come out with that the medical people down there saying that people should have a separation if they want to have sex together and make sure that you got a separation between you, wear a mask, and maybe just put a glory hole inside the wood or whatever
That's right.
separation. And it was a real story. It wasn't fake. It was like this was medical people telling people how to have their relationships with their girlfriends and wives and whatever because prevent catching COVID. That's where it went down to that back
But
then.
you couldn't touch money because they didn't want you to have cash money. Me, I figured it
Yeah,
out a long
yeah,
time.
yeah.
So
But that's not what's happening now, right?
I said,
It's
give me
like,
your cash. No, I would tell them, give me your cash money. I'll take it.
oh yeah.
I'm not
Like I
afraid
mean,
of
I go to Tim's or I go to somewhere like that, and if my mask is just below a bit, oh my God, it's the end of the world. But they'll take my money, right? They'll take my money, no problem. They don't wash their hands after or anything. They took the money that I touched, but my mask that was here was really a end of the world scenario for them, you know. But I'll take your money, no problem. Even if you sneezed on it and coughed on it, no problem. I'll take it, put it in my cash register, and then serve the next person next to me, no problem. You know, like that's the hypocrisy of this. For me, it's the hypocrisy that bugs me. If
Yeah.
you're scared, you're scared. I
No,
understand.
Danny,
If you're
Danny, I
scared,
agree. You get 20,000 at the Bell Center to watch a game, and then you can't get 200 people in a reception hall for a
yeah,
wedding.
right. You know, or a
You're right.
restaurant, or
So that bothers me too. Unfortunately, this is our government.
You know, another thing that
it's not our government. I'm sorry, Frank. It's not our government. It's us. We're the problem. We're letting it happen.
Yeah, I know, but you're right. But we
You know?
elect these guys. We elect them.
But it's not even that we elect them. We're letting them do this, putting all these mandates. Because if you have to remember, these are not laws. They call them the décrets. I don't know how it's called in English, but they are not laws. And I mean, the décrets, they're only valid until the people follow the order. Because people don't follow the order, it falls. If one person doesn't follow, yeah, they'll fine you, they'll put you in jail. But if 100,000 people do it, what are they going to do?
Yeah. Well, that
It's
means
not a law.
that means we're scared.
That's what it is. People are scared.
All
They're
right,
scared to get a fine.
here's a serious question. Let's shy away from all these facetious hearsays. They stopped the CPU. What is it called? The CPU?
The PCU,
The what?
CPU,
The CERB?
or the CERB. CRB.
CERB, yeah.
Sorry, they stopped the CRB at the end of what was it? The last one
October.
was
October. You can still get it, but there's different rules.
No, there's no more. It's
There's
over.
no more?
No, there's no more. Yeah,
So-
there was the last 2 weeks were of $300 a week, where people could gradually get off, and that's it. Now it's over. There's no more PCUs.
Oh, that's it, eh?
Yeah.
Frank, here's where I'm going with this question, all right? And I want to use myself as an example, which is well-founded. You know me, Danny knows me recently. I'm polyglot, meaning I'm multilinguistic. I speak 4 languages. And I'm very good on the phones and, communicating overall. I'm not bragging. I'm calling it as it is. And some people, écoute, 30 piastres de l'heure, which is not a lot for someone with my qualifications. Ah, ben non, peut-être on pourrait te payer 15 piastres. Get the fuck out of here. First of all, I'm not in the street. At my age, I got no debts, and I got my pension, and you know what I'm saying. But the point of the matter is, people seem to not want to fix the economy by giving most.
Why would they? Don, it's 2 years they're paying people to stay home. Why would they want to fix the economy? It's 2 years they're paying people to stay home. I mean, we've been missing workers on my place before the pandemic, 25, 30 people.
Listen, guys.
And we are not able to fill these places. And they're good paying jobs, unionized.
Yeah.
And they're not even coming and apply.
Don and Danny, last night, I'll tell you what happened. I was so upset, not upset, but disappointed. It was about 8:30. I went for a drive. It was a nice night. I said, I'm going to go by Tim Hortons, have a coffee and maybe something to eat. You know that I went to 5 Tim Hortons last night at 8:30, between 8:30 and 9. They were all closed.
Yep. They have no employees.
This is unbelievable.
There's
some
no
bars,
employees.
some bars were open. So
Yeah.
I'm saying to myself, Tim Hortons, which has been around forever.
McDonald's, same thing. McDonald's.
It's unbelievable. On a Saturday night in Montreal at 8:30, Don, if you said, Frank, let's go to Tim Hortons, grab a coffee and a donut. You couldn't go. No, the lights were on and no employees to be seen anywhere. I
Yep.
said to myself, look at what it's come down to. We're not talking a Don's Donut Shop. We're talking a franchise here. One of them said, fermé, pas d'employés.
That's right. They all say that.
Drive-through seulement. There was nobody in the drive-through. It's unbelievable what has happened.
Yeah.
Why? Because those people don't want to work. What's minimum wage? $13 an hour now? $13.50?
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't want to work.
No,
Here you have
but it's not only that, Frank. When Trudeau gave out the money for the students, who works in Tim Hortons and McDonald's? Students.
Yeah.
When he started paying them $1,250 a month, why would they go work?
Why? Like I said to myself, I haven't been a big fan of Quebec, the province of Quebec. Montreal's a nice city. I mean, it's gone downhill now, but I said I cannot. If this was Monday night, Tuesday night, you'd say, you know what? Who cares? Saturday night.
Saturday night.
8:30. I'm in my car. I said, you know what? And I know that Tim Hortons around where I live. I went to 4 of them. I said, one of them has to be open. Are you kidding me? All 4 closed. And not one had drive-through because the cars went by and there was nobody. I looked inside and there was nobody. The lights were on and they were gone. So I guess the instructions are no employees, 8 o'clock, Saturday night.
That's it. That's the shift.
Close up.
The shift. That's when the shift starts.
This is serious stuff, man.
So what do you see, Frank? Look into your political crystal ball. What do you see for Canada? What do you see for Canada in the coming 6 months? Now that gasoline, it's at $1.50 a liter. It's being rumored to reach $2 with.
Yeah, Don, we're in trouble. Groceries,
groceries are up. It's ridiculous.
So what kind of trouble? What kind of trouble, Frank? Give it to us.
Well, people are going to lose their job. If people lose their jobs, now they're cutting back gas, housing, food. I mean, before with $120, you can, buy food for a week or 10 days for a family. Now you need $250.
Yeah.
It's crazy what's happened. Just the gas. I mean, I used to fill up with $50, $55. Now I need $80 to fill up. $80 to fill up here. The States, I'll let you know when I get down to Florida. The States, it's gone up. I checked yesterday. It's $3.19 a gallon in Florida, which is 80 cents a liter.
Overall, what do you see? Do you see a fierce recession? Do you see?
We're still printing money. We printed money for the last 2 years. We're in deficit. If interest rates go up, people that have mortgages are in trouble. I think we're in trouble, honestly. Not just here. A lot of countries. This thing has killed a lot of countries, including, things in the States they're not any better, depending on which state you're in.
All right. What about doing what I call the Great Reset, where every country erases its debt?
That'll be too easy.
Yeah. How do you do it though? Can't do it.
Yeah, that'll be too easy. The people that are owed this money will never go for it. That's the problem. We owe this money to somebody. I mean, it's a debt to Canada, but we owe this money to somebody.
Yeah.
Are these people that are owed this money going to give it up?
We're in trouble, Don. We're in trouble, and I'm lucky. We're lucky. It's our kids that are in trouble, honestly.
Yeah.
My son, your kids, Don, Danny. I mean, this is, me. It's a more expensive, fine. But I'll adapt. Gas has gone up. I don't drive much. I'm not working, so that's why I go down to Florida. If I have to stay here and do nothing, I'm not working. So I'll do nothing in Florida. At least I don't have to wear my winter coats. And to fill up down there is still $40 instead of 80.
Yeah, it's expensive. It's expensive wherever you go. I mean, and the gas goes up. Obviously, your food's gonna go up. I mean, whatever it gets transported by truck is going up.
I went to the dealer just to wrap up. I went to the dealer just the other day for an oil change. I spoke to a sales guy. I said, "How's it going?" He goes, "We have no cars."
I just bought my car. I waited 3 months to get it.
Used car sales have gone through the roof because there's no new cars because of chips, because of parts. So
the chip shortage is the biggest problem.
You've got new car dealers that sell new cars. There's no cars in the showroom.
Frank, why don't we pick up this podcast, continue this podcast a few weeks before Christmas in a month?
Yeah.
and just and then you'll report to us what you're experiencing in the States, not that man, Florida, and
Florida's normal right now.
They were normal last
I know
year too,
two
Danny.
people that are there right now that went from here, and they do live videos every day. And Florida is basically running like nothing happened.
But even last year, Danny, I was there 4 months. Same thing.
Well, and last year was probably still in the bad time, right?
Yeah. Oh no, it was people thought that you're going to die if you go to Florida
Yeah.
last year. You're going
Right
to die.
now, I mean, like, there's two people that went now, and well, even what's his name, that PPC candidate there, Bernier, he's been doing live videos from Florida. It's 3 days. I mean, people are just living their life. People are wearing masks. The ones that want to wear it, the ones that don't want to wear it, don't wear it. Nobody's bothering anybody. Like over here, don't dare go into a place without a mask. You get headhunted by 7, 8 people.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. But listen, Canada's in trouble. Honestly,
Yeah,
I think
we're in trouble here. It's bad. It's really, really bad. I mean,
so Frank, we're going to continue this podcast of what's bothering you once you're comfortable in Florida. And if you find some rich lady that has cousins, think of Danny and myself.
Yeah, sure.
We'll have a party. We'll fly in for the weekend.
I can't go. I'm not vaccinated.
It's okay. We'll put remember Frank's underwears when we first started thinking about this pandemic. Remember those black underwears? You kind of made a mask.
Yeah.
I hope you washed them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Right.
No, it's ridiculous.
Guys, I'll let you know how Florida is. I mean, listen,
Right.
last year, the same thing. When I left November 23rd, people said, "You're crazy. You're going to die." 3 days later.
Listen, Frank, when you're there, we should do a podcast from while you're there and walk around, and we'll show people. We'll show people here in Montreal that, like, I mean, like the way I watch those other people's videos, and I'm looking at them and I'm saying, like,
Danny, listen, people that say it's bad don't know what they're talking about. I was there last year from November 23rd to April 3rd, 4.5 months, safest place to be. Now I know I'm going down in 10 days. It'll be the safest place to be, and you're outdoors.
Yeah.
The safest place to be is outdoors. Here, as soon as it gets cold, people are indoors, and that's how you can transmit it. That's how people get worried. The kids bring it back from school. Down there, it's the safest place to be. And here they make you believe, oh, you're going to die.
Yeah.
I just want to throw in a disclaimer as we wrap up the show, and then we'll be speaking to you, Frank, in about a month's time.
Okay.
I wish you a very safe trip. Enjoy yourself. Stay calm. And folks, if you heard me joke around about women and dating and all that, this does not apply to me. I'm still with the same woman for 40 years. I just love to joke around once in a while and tease my single friends. But the fact is, in my case, I say this: it's cheaper and safer to chase UFOs than women.
Yeah.
For sure. And I say to people, stop dividing, stop hating people. Just stop it. It's not going to get us anywhere. The hate needs to stop. The division needs to stop.
Be nice
Go
to
with
your
your
neighbors.
families. Don't worry about anything. I mean, it's got to stop.
Folks, you out there, wherever you may be, as you listen to this podcast in archive, of course, we want to wish you all the best in health and happiness, whatever that means for you. Do join us in a month's time. And don't forget, if you ever have something that's bothering you, why not join our fine group, What's Bothering You? Frank, how many are we? About 1,500?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1,500 people. And it's a lot of fun. You have guys like Danny the pit bull that won't let go once he grabs your hand, but it's all in good fun. It's all in good fun, and it makes you wonder how other people think. And of course, when people start bashing each other, that's when Frank and I come in and referee the people and split them up and say, all right, shake hands and pretend none of this ever happened. So we're a good thing. Anyways, all the best, guys. And until next time, have a nice one.
Have a good trip, Frank.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Don.